What up, though? Welcome back to another dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate Adrian. I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
Boom.
I
That
was
was
waiting.
delayed as hell.
I was waiting.
It was delayed as hell. I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Sometimes you forget, the controls, which one you want to hit, you know. But we are back. Shout out to No Sleeps crew. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. We appreciate you. Boogie, we
That's me.
are back. Not only are we
Yeah, we're
back,
back.
but
Yeah.
you're back. You are
All right.
back in the States.
All right.
You
Calm down.
got a little glow to you,
I'm a little
literally
tan.
and figuratively.
All right.
Y'all here bronzed out.
Okay.
How was it? How was the island?
I mean, it was good. DR was fun. It was my first time going there. Went with the girlfriend. I said I bombarded her solo trip. She was like, "I'm going there by myself." I was like, "No, you're not." um, but it was cool because she eventually was just like, you know what? If I would have been by myself down here, I would have been pretty unhappy. So thank you so much. I lost my voice. So
Oh, he's
this is
partying
what
that
you
hard?
yeah. So this is what you're hearing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Currently I am uh sucking on what is this? A cough drop because I'm trying to get it back.
Ricola.
I'm trying to get it back, but I had a good old time. I will say this. Um, Personally, I will never do a all-inclusive resort. It was
Too much liquor?
beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. The vibe was right, but the food was meow. It was very mid.
Oh, it's always ass on on the resorts.
It
That's
was
why I
very
never do all inclusive.
Yeah.
I agree
But
with you.
this was my first time doing an all inclusive. I
Okay.
gotta be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect.
So you learned,
Yeah,
learn not to do it
de-
again.
definitely was a first time and only time experience. I will say that much.
It's like the worst food ever. It's like, yo, why am I spending all this money to have like hot dogs and fucking chicken strips? It's like shit that I can get, at home. It's
Yeah.
really you're just spending all that money to drink liquor, you
Yeah, pretty
know.
much. And then the last 2 nights, we went to a couple places and there were kids galore. And I was just like, oh, uh, thought number two, rule number two on any resort that I'm gonna do is just gonna be adults only.
I was about to ask, like, are we talking about kids like college kids, or are we
No,
talking
no,
about the
no, no, no.
youth?
No, no,
You
no. We
know,
talking about toddlers just running everywhere. And it was like we had heels on because we was gonna go out afterwards. And we wanted to get some food. And we were like, you know what, let's just go to a buffet. This one of these buffets because we ain't had no reservations because you had to have reservations. And there was a huge estate that had so many options. But if you don't have a reservation, then you have the choice of doing these buffets. So we found a buffet and I understand why they have buffets. They have buffets for people that again don't have reservations, but mostly for kids, for people with children because it has everything that you
you bound to
might
find
desire.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I'm like walking through, trying to just do a quick look through before actually deciding on what I want to eat. And it's just kids literally falling, weaving through the people, just having fun playing games. And that's cool and all. I understand kids do that, but don't come around me when I'm trying to relax and I'm on vacation. Like I don't want to see y'all.
If you ain't a waiter bringing me some liquor
Facts.
or some scrimps, I don't want to see you
Facts.
on vacation. Like, get out of here, little nigga.
Yeah.
Like, No,
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. I feel like so they didn't tell y'all that, right? They didn't put like when y'all booked, they didn't say like an asterisk, there may be children here. It was just like this is the resort, this is what your liquor is. It didn't say
Yeah, it wasn't like there wasn't a description that said it was family friendly because they use those words to really hide, like, kids are coming. Um, but no. But again, I also didn't book any of this. I was just jumping on
this was a
as
last minute thing.
yeah,
Okay, I
probably.
feel
But we
you.
both agreed we're never doing.
Adults only resorts. I mean, hey, see, you got to
Yeah.
learn though. Like this is how you learn. So you learn two things. You learn that all inclusive is trash.
Mm, mm,
You learn that, and then you
mm.
learn that kid friendly resorts are also trash.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
I don't want to downplay and shit on people that are like, but all inclusive is what I love, and this is what I listen. If that's how you roll when you vacation, then vacation that way. But that's just not what I want to do. That's it.
see, but you're not going to downplay those people, but I will.
Oh God,
Get your money up, and then you ain't got to go.
chill, yeah.
Let me not let me not do that because when I travel, I do travel to bougie spots, but on a
This
budget though.
nigga.
So let me not. It's not about
But
getting
there's
your
nothing
money up.
wrong with that. I hate when people be like, I gotta have XYZ, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, that's expected. If you saved, if you spent this money knowing that you typically don't spend this money,
Yeah,
you want great experiences. You want
very true.
top-notch service. Like you spend this money, you don't normally do this. This is what you expect. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
guess my thing with the math for all inclusive is I know I'm not gonna drink that much.
Right.
I know the drinks are gonna be
Watered
cheaper
down.
with me just going to a
Yeah.
regular
Oh,
bar or
absolutely.
whatever. So I could just put that money in for the drink package into a nicer spot.
Mhm.
A spot that has grade A food. Like I'd rather stay there than which is still a resort. We
Mhm.
both still at resorts. My resort just happens to have, better food options. I'd rather do that.
Oh, okay.
That's
Just shitting on
just
me. But anyway.
no, it's not. It's just, I think next time you go to the DR, y'all gonna be out here, partying, losing your voice. It's just gonna be at a resort that one doesn't allow children,
Yeah.
and two, or it'll be better food because you could do all inclusive if you know what the menu is. If there's
True.
some spots, I'm sure where it's all inclusive that has really good food. So it just depends.
I think that's oxymoron to tell you the truth. But that's just my opinion. And
Yeah,
because I'm such a picky person, like I wouldn't do that in the first place. Again, the only reason why I did this was because I was jumping on board uh to follow a
sometimes that
friend.
happens when you jump on board.
Yeah, it does. So lesson learned, but had a great time.
You
How
still
was
have
your
fun
week?
though.
How was your week? I know we missed a week
Man,
as well.
my week was cool. We celebrated my pop's 61st birthday. So shout
Hey.
out to you, pops. It was cool. It's supposed to be one of those things where it was like, we're gonna pay for this, dad. We're paying for this. My mom was like, no, I'm gonna pay for it. And I was like, Mom, it's not that serious. We're gonna pay for this. Like, we got it. The children have it. So my dad
That's
is
cute.
like, none of you paying for this. I'm paying for it. And I was
What?
like, dude, you can't pay for your own birthday dinner. I was like, that's terrible because if you told me, Nate, you got to pay for your own birthday dinner, y'all gonna hear my mouth. Like I'm talking cash shit. Like you ungrateful, blah blah blah. You already know what's gonna happen. Like y'all making me pay for my own birthday. So I was like, Pops, you can't do this. So it becomes one of those card things where you're like trying to fight for the. And I was like, this is just terrible. It's like whatever, man.
That's a good problem to
Let
have,
you
man. Come on,
pay
man.
for it. So let Pops pay for
Wait.
uh
Y'all.
I mean, I mean, he wasn't gonna take no for an answer. He was just like, "Look,
Yo, yo.
I'm paying for it." So I was just like, "What am I supposed to do?" My brother called him because he lives in Texas. He was like, "I'm sending you a gift card." And my dad was like, "No, I don't want any of it. You keep it." And because my dad was like, "There's gonna be a time when y'all can pay for dinner for everyone." I was like, "Yeah, it's supposed to be right now." He's like, "No, I'm paying for it." So I'm like, I wish I would have got another drink or two more drinks. I'm
Wow.
like,
Wow. Cause
like
you that person, like, I know I'm gonna pay for this, so let me be a little bit more conscious.
exactly. You can serve a little bit when it's your own dime, but when
Oh
it's someone else,
wow.
you be like, let me slide another drink over
Wow.
here because this old fashioned is kind of hitting. And I was like, you know what, Dad? I was like, I'm gonna let you have this one because this is like that father flex that they like to do when it's like, I paid for my entire family. I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, we'll just let you, you have this flex. So, you
Oh
know,
God.
so we
Well,
did
I
that.
see. I see what he did. Okay, good for him. Shout out to your pops. Happy birthday. Happy belated born day.
I was just like, yes, I'll let you pay for your own dinner and call me a broke ass nigga. It's cool. It's cool. And I
Oh
was just
God.
like, one day, son, you'll be able to. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna make sure when that one day comes though, I'm gonna make sure it's really a flex though. I want to go to one of these places where it's like I want it to be so expensive to where not that he can't pay for it, or he's gonna be like, you know what, I do want my son to pay for this, and I'm like, yes, gotcha.
Nah.
One of those spots.
Tell it to my mom. She be looking at everybody like, so what are you guys are gonna do?
She'd be like, "What's my limit?"
Right. Let me know.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not opening my pocketbook at all.
Yeah. Or she'll
At
be
all.
like, I brought my husband's card.
And be like, "All right, run it up, run
Right.
it up, boogie."
Oh God.
You know what time it is? It's that time where we like to tip the hat. We got to shout out some folks who are doing some good things in
I'm
the
tipping my
community.
hat.
So we're tipping our hat. Who you got, Boogie? Who you tipping
Ooh,
to?
I have a plethora, a whole heap of people I want to tip my hat to. I want to give it out, give it up, and give it out to all of the black,
Beautiful black folks.
black Emmy winners. And I'm including the daytime because sometimes people be sleeping on the daytime
They do.
Emmys, but there are actually 3 Emmys, by the way. People don't know this. It's the
What's the third
creative
one?
Emmys, it's
Oh,
the daytime Emmys, and then it's the Emmys.
we don't ever hear about the creative ones.
Yeah, nobody talks about the creative Emmys, but there was a slew of black and brown winners, and I just want to shout out definitely a lot of the black women. There was a lot of black women
Yes.
that got their just due, as well as black women that didn't get their just due, like Insecure didn't get
Woo!
not a now, not a uh
I don't get
yeah.
it.
I don't understand, but I also want to just shout out the fact that Emmys are trying. Granted, is not enough. It's never going to be enough for us to really congratulate and praise our people. We have to do that ourselves. But the fact that a number of black people were able to actually come out with a W. Definitely want to tip my hat off to them. So yeah.
You know what it is? They like, you know what? Since you rooting for everybody that's black, we gonna show you no Emmy for you. That's what it was. I felt like there is a secret plot where Issa, when they asked her, "Hey, who you rooting for?" Everyone that's black, they was like, "Well, nope, nothing, no awards at all for you." But I will say this much for all the black folks that did get nominated. That the ticket is gone up. The ticket is going all the way the hell up. What Fat Joe say?
Yesterday's
This
price
price
is
is
not
not
today's
today's
price.
price.
Man, Cheryl Rothley, the bag is going up. Quinta, the bag is going up. So it's just like, hey, I'm happy for all of them. Janelle James, the bag is going up.
Hell yeah,
So
in a heartbeat. And I'm just proud of the fact that we can finally, not to say that they weren't getting recognition, because in the Black community, obviously we are tipping our hat offs to them, but the fact that mainstream are starting to recognize and be like, hey, these people
these
be
niggas is
doing a
good.
damn thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They doing a damn thing. Like, yeah, duh, nigga, now get on.
We're gonna see a lot more Black women on the screen and behind the
Behind
cameras
the
and
camera.
everything, and in these writers' rooms. So this is definitely dope. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Who do you got for your tipping?
I am tipping my hat to, the smart guy himself. This is going out to Elijah Muhammad. He is a 12-year-old homeschool senior.
What a
He just
name.
became a strong Black name. He just became a freshman at Oklahoma City Community College, making him the youngest in Oklahoma state history. So,
Not
that is
Oklahoma of all.
dope. He's enrolled in 3 classes as part of his major, which is cybersecurity. He says computer hardware, intro to computer technology, and computer
He only
operating
doing 3
system.
classes. I
Oh! Don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that. 3 classes, 3 credit hours. I mean, cybersecurity. That's dope
I
as hell,
know.
man.
No, I was gonna say those
You
classes
know,
sound tough.
yeah.
They are not basic. What do they call those classes? I forgot. We've been out of.
Communications.
No. First of all, chill.
Gen eds.
Gen eds. They are.
Because I know those are definitely sitting on my communications classes. He's 12 years old doing some high level stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's
man,
definitely
kudos
doing
to
high level.
you.
Yeah, kudos.
This brother is gonna get a job that pays him way more money than I'm ever going to make. So shout out to him. Government is probably gonna be like, yo, let's go ahead and snatch him up right now.
They
They won't,
already
you
looking
know,
at him right now, clocking him
first round draft pick out of college. That's he's getting snatched
easily.
up. IBM, Microsoft, one of these people, they was like, yeah, got
Oh
him.
yeah,
Apple.
on the quicks.
So shout out to him for just being smart. Like that's dope. Like, man, I just like, how do you know when your kid is that smart? Like, does your kid show you, or is it something where you're just like you're reading to your kid and they're like, yo, pick up the pace, my man, you should be on page 30 by now? Like, how do you
I'm
how do you
like,
figure this
I
out?
was just gonna say, like, I'm always amazed when parents be like, I was reading the book to them, and then they grab the book and start reading it to me. Like,
It's like I was reading one fish, two fish, yellow fish, blue fish, and they was like, nah, I want that quantum science, dog. Like
like kids just be looking at parents like, at this point, should I be teaching you something
like
or
I seen a video of a kid who was like doing multiplication problems at like 5, and I was like, yo, my man, like I don't know somebody's without a calculator. So how are you doing this? He just up here like, oh yeah, you have to carry the 3. I'm just like, dang. Like
he's like the Pythagorean theorem of
I mean, it's right. Like dissertations before he takes his nap. Like I'm just trying to figure this out. Like I'm very happy for kids who are this smart. It's just like when you like, especially like when you get a job making more than your parents before you're like out of high school, before you should be out of high school. How does that work? Like you can't ground me because I'm
how
paying this mortgage.
annoying. I was just gonna say, how annoyed are the parents? Like, at what point does the parents be like, all right, nigga, we get it. Like, you are
Like
smarter than me, my
we would
guy.
ground him, but he pays the car note.
Right.
He take my keys. It's just like I really wonder what's that dynamic. Is it still like still get your ass whooped? I don't care if you
Like,
do make more money than me.
I was gonna say, like, I could just see Elijah just going like, "Hey, Dad, I know you've been running all the finances, but by my calculations, if we
By my calculations, we'll be broke if you keep going at it. I would just be like, yo, like I really just want to I want to punch you, but I can't because you're right. Like, it's just
The
like you little.
accuracy, my man. like I feel like smart kids just be like sitting their parents down, like, hey, here's my projections of where we are right now and where we need to.
It's like we need a Sam's Club membership for this, and this reasons. Or it's just like tax time. It's like, don't worry, I got it. Like, move out the way. Or it's just like when you're just like, you're like, hey, Elijah, you need help with your homework? He's like, like, you trying to help me? Like, come on, man, this is college level stuff. You barely graduated high school. How you gonna help me? Pops?
Yo, stop.
It's just like, I
if
don't
I can
know.
recall, I do believe that you didn't finish.
I think you struggled during your gen eds, Dad. It's just like, hey,
God.
but again, tipping my hat to Elijah and all of the winners at the Emmys. So let's continue to,
I'm tipping my hat,
doing those good things. But let's get to this ad, and we'll be right back.
Let's get to it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com. And make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. In news you can or can't use, topic number 1, keeping in line with the Emmys, Jimmy Kimmel decided to, take a weird stance or a weird position when it came to, Quinta getting her award, or I don't know what you would call it. I'm still kind of baffled as to what it was. I don't know. It was just weird. Twitter was buzzing, rightfully so. Quinta, won her first Emmy, and a lot of people feel like Jimmy took this moment away from her. Before we get into his apology, Boogie, how do you feel about what you saw?
It was interesting. This video that we're about to play for people that are listening, Jimmy does actually plays the clip of the actual moment, and then he explains and apologizes to Quinta, and it's disheartening. I understand he was trying to make a joke, but for somebody that's winning their first Emmy, and it's especially a Black woman in a category that isn't necessarily frequent or common for women or Black people in general to win in these categories. I don't care what you're trying to do. You shouldn't try and take over the moment, and you should allow that person to enjoy that moment as is. I don't care what you're trying to do. I could care less.
No, I 100% agree with you. I mean, as a comedian, you got to know when to get out the joke, man. You know, he just sat in that joke entirely too long. I, for one, I got my Jimmys mixed up. I got my Jimmys confused. I was like, Jimmy Fallon did what? I was like,
did too.
Not Jimmy Fallon. And then I was like, oh, the other Jimmy Kimmel. You know, let's get to the video.
Once upon a Monday night, our first guest took home her first Emmy Award of many to come for her Rookie of the Year effort. Abbott Elementary Season 2 premieres 1 week from tonight right here on ABC. Please welcome Qunita Brunson.
Jimmy, wake up, I won. Jimmy. Okay, hold my phone.
You should have kicked him.
Right now, that was a dumb comedy bit that we thought it would be funny. I lost, and then I drank too much, and I had to be dragged out on the stage. And then people got upset. They said I stole your moment, and maybe I did, and I'm very sorry if I did do that. I'm sorry I did do that, actually. And also, the last thing I would ever want to do is upset you because I think so much of you, and I think you know that. I hope you know that.
I do. Well, Jimmy, let me just say thank you. It is very kind of you to say that. I honestly was in such a moment of just having a good time. Like, I won my first Emmy. Clearly. I was up there, like, happy.
Yeah.
And I was wrapped up in the moment and just having a good time. I don't know. I didn't see any of that. I saw you and I saw Will Arnett and my Emmy, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. But thank you. That's kind. But honestly, I had a good night.
Oh, yeah.
I had a great night.
I had a great night.
I had such a good night. It was a good night and a good time. And yeah.
And I should also say, it was really Will Arnett's fault, the whole thing. Once upon a Monday night.
What do you think? What do you think about the apology? What do you think about the actual event? Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, if you thought one was like, oh, the bit, we wrote this out, why did you even write that to begin with? For you to, you shouldn't have wanted to do that on anyone's Emmy moment, let alone on the moment that a Black woman won her first. I mean, this was someone that you say is your friend.
Yeah,
like, oh, this is my homie, love Abbott. Oh, such a great thing. She's at ABC. Then you would have known how big the moment was for her to not even do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to my homie, let alone anyone that I don't know, because I know how big that stage is, and you never know. Obviously, we know she's going to be back there, but you just don't know. Like, you know how this business is. You just don't know, and you took that moment away from her. I mean, I don't know. The apology, to me, it's not an apology that's good enough. To me, it's not. But also, I'm not the person that the situation happened to. I feel like if Qunita is brushing it off, if Qunita is okay with it, to me, yes, I agree with you. She's extremely too nice about it. But if she's not upset about it, why? I'm not gonna be upset about it. It just couldn't be me though.
Yeah, I'm always curious to why bits needs to happen in general. Like, it's big enough. If he hasn't figured this out, it's a big deal for anybody to win an Emmy. And the fact that he thought it was going to be so hysterical really throws me off, because I'm just like, bruh, we're not out of this is not regular for anybody to just win an Emmy. Like, it's hard. And now, and plus that there's a Black woman, there's a Black person, and it's a woman in a comedy series category where Black women or Black people in general barely get nominated, let alone win. Actually wins that category. He thought it was going to be really funny.
Well, I mean, you think he would? Yeah. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, at what point do you stop giving white people, or just
The
I
past?
don't even want to say white people. It's more so like comedians, because he's hosted the Emmys, if I'm not mistaken, and there should be like a cutoff. Like, my man, stop trying to push the envelope and just allow people to just be in the moment.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% there. Man, clear my throat. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where obviously you would think he would understand the magnitude of that, but he might not, because he's never won one. He's never been in that position.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's clear, there's that disconnect, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was like, you think you gonna win one now, bro? I mean, it's just like, what was the point of doing that? And then, what's crazy? The people's faces behind him, like those ladies' faces behind him. It's
that's
like
where the comedy. That's where it's at.
Like, even they knew how bad this was. It was like, bro, and the apology is, you can apologize on your national platform, but she's not gonna get that moment back on stage. She had to think of something on the spot to get you out the way, or think of something funny. It's always us having to think of something on the spot when y'all do some goofy shit. You took away from her speech. She got, the music was put on her. She was still giving her speech.
Yeah,
that could have been time she was talking, but she was, hey Jimmy, I won. Get up, hold my phone. Like, get out of here, bro. Because he wouldn't have did that to nobody else.
I'm gonna say this much. I mean, if you haven't understand or realized by now, Abbott Elementary will get more accolades. Like, that's no doubt. Like,
oh yeah,
it's a talented show. Outside of us actually agreeing with that, because it's of our people, but it's known throughout, obviously, that it's a very funny show. So there will be more, and I doubt that when they do win,
I'm calling it next year. Janelle James is winning the award that Shirley Ralph won this year.
Of course.
Everybody hates Chris. What's my man's name? You know his name.
Yeah.
He's winning because he got nominated, but he's winning. I don't remember his name, but y'all know his name. That dude, Tyler something. Him. Who else? I think Quinta's gonna get another one. So yeah, they gonna
yeah. The show is impeccable, and I think that it goes without saying that the people that put in the work will get their flowers. And but I also we say that, but then Insecure clearly has done wonders and has been snubbed left and right. Succession has won a number of times. Yes, it's a good show, I guess.
Ted Lasso too. How many times are y'all gonna
Ted Lasso is a good show.
Same
I
award
get it
every year. Like, spread them out, man.
Can we give other people the opportunities? That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, why are we so focused on these shows to give us validation that we are dope?
Because unfortunately, those shows pay us. These awards pay
I know.
us more money.
Those are the monikers that we need in order for us to get to X amount of pay level. Like, but I understand. I get it.
If we can get more people in positions like the Tyler Perrys,
I know,
more black people getting their own studios, production companies, then we can start to change. Also, if we start going to like the Soul Train Awards, because I think that's still black owned. And TV One needs to get an award show because they're black owned. We can't necessarily say BET Awards because they're not black owned. So we have to be at awards like NAACP, those types that really truly are for us.
Yeah.
And once we elevate those, then we'll see ourselves leaving like the Grammys and the Emmys and all those type of awards.
I'm looking forward to, I know a lot of people aren't talking about it. This is very random and off topic, but I'm looking forward to The Woman King. I know there's been
it came out today.
Yeah, it came out today. There's been like it's been kind of silenced in like.
I mean, you know why that is, because you can't have Black people, especially Black women, out here killing the white
Lead.
man.
Yeah.
You know, they're only gonna do so much public, so it's up to us as the Black folks to go out here and to make sure that we see the movie, so we can let them know, hey, an all Black cast or an all Black female leads can sell a movie. You know, we gotta go out here and do our part.
Yeah, we did a damn thing for Tyler Perry. Let's do the same thing for Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Let's put our money where our mouth is. You know what I'm saying? Like let's actually provide and support in for the people and the projects that, you know, that we want to see prevail. So yeah,
I'm going tomorrow, so you know, I'm going to see it tomorrow. I am going to be tuned in. Give me a big ass bucket of popcorn. I'm ready for the 2 hours of Black excellence on the screen.
I mean, we know how it's going to end, but yeah,
I don't know. I read bits and pieces of it, but I'm intrigued to see. I didn't read all of it. You know,
I didn't need to read it. You know, I know how it's going to end.
Hopefully, I'm never gonna say I know anything. Right, I'm not gonna say anything. You know why? Because Queen and Slim was supposed to end a certain way too. So I'm not gonna say I know how this ends. I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I'm going in with no expectation.
If you know, first of all, stop it. Oh God, I can't say. If you know how Lena Waithe writes, then you know how it was gonna end, and there was no surprise for me. There was no surprise how it was going to end. I was just waiting to when it was going to end.
Oh, so you already knew. You was like, oh, she about to stick us right now with the knife. You just knew. I didn't know. I was waiting for it.
It was not surprising to me whatsoever.
I was shocked as hell. I was mad.
In general, when it comes to the Black stories that's based off of historical true events, I know how it's gonna end. Like, as much as we want to be like, yeah, we gonna prevail, we gonna go on top. Where are we now, currently in 2022?
So you going into it like these niggas about to get washed.
I know we gonna do some damage. We gonna do some damage.
Oh, you like?
But eventually,
you like it's about to be a 40-point blowout.
I'm just saying, like, at what point are we gonna stop being? At what point are we gonna stop lying to ourselves?
You pulled a young Elijah Muhammad. If we can go by history to where Black people are at right now, them niggas got killed.
Look, I'm gonna be like, hey, if you guys could just turn right here with this.
Oh, I didn't think you were going that way, but okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought you was about to be like, yeah, you know, the niggas won, you know, we settled in this area, you know, no white people came in here. You was like, nope.
I wish it was that way. I wish it was that way.
Oh, you just like, nope. They all died. Horrible deaths.
Oh God.
Colonized. Yo, let's get to this ad and we'll be right back.
God. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATE NITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code Late Night, okay? LATENITE. Support a Black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
All right. Topic number 2. Robert Sarver, owner of the Phoenix Suns and the Mercury, has been suspended for 1 year. He's also been hit with a $10 million fine for after an investigation, which concludes he made racial and misogynistic comments. Let me go through some of what they found. Some of the key findings. Mr. Sarver says on at least 5 occasions during his tenure with the Sons of Mercury organization repeated the N-word when recounting statements of others. Let's see. He also engaged in instances of inequitable conduct toward female employees, made many sex-related comments in the workplace, made inappropriate comments about physical appearance of female employees and other women. Let's see. Says on several occasions he engaged in inappropriate physical conduct toward male employees as well. Let's see. He also engaged in demeaning and harsh treatment of employees, including yelling and cursing at them. So those were just a few of the key findings. Boogie, do you think a 1 year suspension and a $10 million fine is enough?
Absolutely
Keep in mind, this man's a billionaire. Do you think?
See what you did there. I see what you did there. You really was like, keep in mind, the fine is literally pennies. Pennies compared to what he is worth. Yeah, it is not. I'm sorry, it's not enough. 1 year suspension. The fact that, you know, I was listening to all of the sports analysts and whatnot, and they mentioned Donald Sterling and the GM. You know, the GM is a lawyer. By the way, the GM is a lawyer, and he Silva, is that
Adam Silva.
Yeah, Adam Silva. He's a lawyer. And he said he didn't have enough information. It was a lot of hearsay, and he didn't have enough evidence that he could explicitly put down and use as proof that this GM said XYZ. I don't give a fuck. After sorry, that's where I'm at. After multiple years, this is a span over 10 years that they've collected this information. And they gathered all this information, and you came with 1 year suspension. I call bullshit. I'm calling that this is not enough. And you know, my tall tale sign of things were going astray was when they were news outlets and press trying to ask the Suns players, and they just chose not to say anything because they knew what was going on.
I was like, yeah, he calls this nigga all the time. Get the ball, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, an idiot. This is, I don't know. This is another one of those things where Adam Silver, this is just another rich white dude covering up for another even richer white dude.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. Y'all got in racism on the court. It's like, come on, man. Y'all got Black Lives Matter on the rims and shit.
Yep.
And then y'all are like, yeah, you only said nigga 5 times. Not only that, but the inappropriate touching of the women, making the comments about their bodies.
Yeah.
That's not cool. You can't be doing that at all. And then you inappropriately touching the male staffers too.
Yeah.
Homie has a problem. He can't keep his hands to himself, and he's a racist. Like, you got to get him up out of here. If you can get Donald Sterling up out of here, you can get this guy out of here too. You clearly have the witnesses and everything here. Miss me with the BS where, well, Donald Sterling said it on tape. I don't care. Like, homie said it, he admitted it. Get him up out of here. Or if you're not gonna get him out of here, you have to hit him where it really hurts. $1 million isn't enough, or $10 million isn't enough, and 1 year is not enough. You got to get like a 10-year fine. You can't come to anything, and instead of 10 million, maybe it's like 50, or maybe you lose some draft picks or something. Like, it's got to really hurt you.
Yeah, for people that think 10 million is a lot, this man is worth too much money. So no. He's worth too much money. 10 million for how much this man is worth, because I hate when we're able to actually view and search to see how much people are worth, because technically it's not it's not accurate. So it could be more or less than what we have on search. But in general, because to me, I feel like he's worth a little bit more. But in general, 10 million for the amount that this man is worth is literally $100.
Yeah, it's a slap on the wrist. It's just like, I can't go to the games.
Oh,
Okay,
woe is me.
you can still watch the games from your yacht. You can still watch the games from your mansion. And when your team wins, you still get money from them winning.
Get money from.
He still gets
profits.
You're still benefiting from being a part of the team. So who cares if you can make that 10 million back next year easily this season? Like, come on, bro. Like,
without question.
It just wasn't enough, and it speaks to I know LeBron says something, Chris Paul says something. It's like, we can't talk about wanting to be better and then not being better. Like, the NBA has always been that one league where it's that like, we're gonna stand up. We're gonna pay our players. We ain't gonna take the fuck shit. And now it's like, we're gonna let some of the fuck shit go through. It's always been the NFL and all the other leagues, the MLB. It's like, come on, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready to let the old heads, this old liege of whatever of rule is, like, I'm ready for them to die with the queen. I'm sorry. Ready. I'm ready.
I feel like also this wouldn't happen if the commissioner was of skin folk. Skin folk. Maybe not. I don't know. You gotta get the right one in there. But if it was a person of color, I don't think they would have let this slide. Especially if it was a sis. Sister was up in there. Bro he would have had his team taken away. So you ain't got no team. What team? Would have gave your team to Oprah or something. But I mean, I don't know. This can't happen. And, it's like, you would hope that the players would do something, but I can't expect grown men who making millions of dollars to not want to go out there and get their $1 million check. Most of them are going to be like, fuck y'all, I'm going to get this money. It would be nice if they would be like, we're not going to play until this dude is up out of here. That would be nice. But, I mean, you can't expect them to do that.
It's a hard thing when it's tough when players like Chris Paul and players alike that's on the Suns that are just trying to do their job and also be, a spokesperson for, being the best black man and fighting for, injustices and whatnot. And then on top of that, they have an owner, if you will, that are that is talking fuck shit. And they're like, my man, I'm trying to fight this on this side, and I'm getting hit with this on this. Like, at what point do you just like, where can I be in a safe space? Like, I understand that feeling of just like, where do I go? Like, where's the space in everywhere? Like, I'm getting killed outside of my job. My job is now being hostile and being not a safe space. Like, it's a lot going on.
You know what I'm gonna do? Like, if I was one of those players, like when my deal comes up, I'm out. Like, I'm piecing the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then if high ticket free agents are just like, you know what, we're not going to Phoenix, then that's essentially how
that's
you
where,
penalize them.
Yeah.
I get the dudes who, if you get drafted there, you got to do what you got to do to maintain. I get that.
You but just don't speak on it.
Yeah, if I'm a free agent or whatever, I'm getting my bread and I'm out. Like, that's how I show you.
We just want more done, and I feel like everybody is all in agreement.
So what should we do? Should I give him a boo this man or a cracker ass cracker? Which one? Because it falls under both. Which one? Adam Silver is thrown up there too. Should we give him a boo this man or a cracker ass cracker, or should we give him both? Which one? What do you think, Boogie? What are you thinking?
Boo this man.
A boo this man.
Boo this man.
Just gotta boo that man. You gotta boo him. Just got to boo him. Like, come on, man, do better. I hope LeBron puts pressure on. I hope he does. Like, every time he comes down the lane and just dunks, it's got to be cracker ass cracker, racist ass cracker, honky ass cracker. You just got to be every time until you get up out of there. Every time, like, just every time. But anyways, Boogie, you know what time it is? It is time for Y'all Niggas Is Tripping. It's been a crazy ass week. Niggas have been nigging. They have been tripping.
Y'all niggas tripping. Let's
get into it. Who you got, Boogie?
I mean, just to go along with the continued racism that's been going on. If you haven't heard by now, the release of the trailer of The Little Mermaid finally was out. Granted, it was a very short snippet version of it, but they finally aired it, and they finally showed the Black Mermaid, if you will, Ariel, as I like to say.
Mermaids? Because we like black, like blurmaids. Could we call them that?
Okay, blurmaids, if you will. Ariel or Ariel, if you will. But Haley Bailey debuted, and she sang the wonderful song, I wanna be where the people are. This is it. You know the song. I'm not the best singer.
It's a toe tapper. It's a bop.
Yeah, it is a bop. I do like that song. She did her damn thing. Everybody was moved. Even the racists, they were up in arms, left and right. The comment section of the trailer was unbelievable. People were up in arms about the historical accuracy of mermaids. Y'all need to chill. This is an historical. This is a nonfiction character. What? Mermaids aren't real, and yet people are like, this isn't right. This isn't true. First of all, this is a made up story, and the fact that
you're on mute.
The fact that it's been a white character for so long. Now you guys feel like mermaids should be white. But that's not true. I'm sorry, guys. These are all made up characters.
These are mythical creatures. And you know what was funny? Because you know why people are all about, you know, their history. They're all about fact checking stuff. You know, they're all about making sure that they give the most current up-to-date information. If mermaids were to really be
Oh
real,
God, you about to throw up. Okay.
they
You
are
about to throw up.
hideous as fuck. If you look at the people who have described what mermaids look like, it is always a horrific story. Like the true story of the Little Mermaid is not how Disney made it. It is actually a horror story. Like
Point is, yeah.
anytime they talk about mermaids, they're evil. Even in Pirates of the Caribbean, the mermaids were evil mermaids. So come on, man, how y'all tripping over shit that ain't real?
I just want people to stop taking shit so serious. Get over it. Things change. Stop crying.
Not only that, though, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, well, how come we can't have a white Tiana? You know, a Princess and the Frog. And I was like, you know what? There's a simple answer to that. Because no one will believe a white woman can cook gumbo like that. No one would believe that. Not only that, but there are some characters that only would make sense for the cultural relevance of them being a person of color. You can't have a white Mulan. You can't have a white Coco. I mean, you can, but that would be what y'all have been doing all this whole time of whitewashing everything. You can go through like 8 million movies that they have whitewashed characters. Y'all have got white Egyptians out here. Y'all, how many Egyptian movies are they got white people in them?
And too many.
Come on now.
Too many.
You got Angelina Jolie playing a black woman. Had a white Michael Jackson. Yes, we had the flex Michael Jackson, but we're not going to talk about that one. We're talking about y'all right now. We had the white Michael Jackson. You know, it's a lot of things that they have done. So it's like, come on, man. Like, y'all get mad when black people are playing hobbits because there could never be a black hobbit. Come on now.
I'm just ready for everybody to just shut their mouths when it comes to mythical creatures, cartoons, animations. Like, let it, whatever people want to reinvent, reuse, redo, let them do that and stop crying.
You know what I hope? I really do, because we don't know, but I got a feeling there are life forms on other planets. I hope it's nothing but planets full of like niggas. That's what I hope it is. I hope, because that would be like white people's worst fear. It would be like, fuck, we traveled 1 million light years away and it's niggas here. That would be their worst fear. Or if it was like nigga aliens, because they couldn't fathom
Did
it
you say
just being
nigga aliens.
Yeah, they couldn't fathom that. They couldn't fathom like some niggas, like some nigga aliens coming down, like some cool ass niggas with some waves and shit. They couldn't fathom that. That's like, you can fantasize about dragons, you can fantasize about all these other creatures, but there can't be no niggas there. Like, it's the worst shit ever. That's their worst fantasy. Fantasy over. Niggas are here. Like, come on, man. You know what's crazy is black people aren't ever like that when it's any black fantasies or anything. We just like, okay, it's white dude. Like, cool. You know?
Yeah, because I was just about to say, because a lot of the cartoons and animation that we do is derived around our culture. So you can't replace us. I'm sorry. That's just what they do. But for you guys, it's just generic brands.
A white Black Panther ain't gonna work.
where we can literally replace it with anybody else. And they'd be like, oh yeah, that works too. Yeah, why not?
If you have a Prince Charles of Wakanda, we gonna automatically, they colonized Wakanda. That's what the fuck this shit is. We gonna automatically know. It
Did
doesn't
you just
work.
say a Prince?
You can't do it. You can't. It's got to be T'Challa. It's got to be M'Baku's. It can't be, this is Charles, Henry, and Clayton.
Oh, God.
Doesn't work. Just doesn't
yeah.
work.
Get over it. Sorry.
Like, cut it out, man.
People just be doing the most.
The absolute most.
Who you got for y'all niggas is tripping?
My y'all niggas is tripping is going to the folks that pressured this nursing home into apologizing for getting strippers for the old folks.
Did you just say for the folks that are I didn't know this was
Yes.
going this way.
They
Okay, sorry.
bullied this nursing home
I'm gonna
Boogie
shut up.
into apologizing for hiring strippers. They hire strippers to perform for senior citizens in a wheelchair. It says the Taiyuan Veterans Home, a state-run facility for retired Army personnel in Taiwan, paid the adult entertainers for a steamy show for the Mid-Autumn Festival, an important holiday in Chinese culture whereby people gather to celebrate the rice and wheat harvest for the season. So this video of the performance, was taken by an attendee and, went viral on social media. And I'm just saying,
oh wow, I didn't expect this.
Let me build a case here.
Please.
If for any of you guys that need legal advice, hit me up after, building my case here. So Boogie, they're veterans.
Oh, God.
These are Army professionals that risk their life, they risk their life, for their country, so they could have the luxuries, and the liberties where they could just be free. You wouldn't have a Mid-Autumn Festival to celebrate, your rice and wheat harvest if those men and women weren't out there fighting. So the least we could do, or they could do for their veterans on they last day on earth, the least you could do,
their last day on earth,
potentially they're in an old folks home. So you don't know how much time they got left. The least you could do is show them a good time. They could get some cheeks. And for those of you who are listening, if you go and watch the video, there's one of the dudes, he's in the video clapping. You just hear him just clapping. And then the rest of them, it was one dude, he was like, yeah, trying to, everyone's having a good time. What's the problem? They're not dead. Have you ever been to an old folks home, Boogie?
Once.
I've been to one too. I worked in one. I shouldn't have worked in one, but I did. And you know what? A lot of freaky shit goes on in them old people homes. The old people, they be getting it all. You be thinking
actually more than once. Yeah, I've been to a few. Yeah.
You be thinking like, oh, they old. They don't do anything. No, they be getting it on. Like, yes, get them strippers. Let them have a good time. You should go out with a bang. Some of them don't get visited by their grandkids or their kids. Their loved one has gone on to be with the Lord in the upper room. The least you could do before they go out on their 97th birthday, give them some cheeks.
I don't know. Adults. Yeah, I don't know if TNA is the right gift for old elder people, citizens in a nursing home.
So if your mom was in a home, would you be upset?
If
she's older, let's preface this.
Let me just say this. I'm gonna just clear this up real quick because I don't want nobody to hear this and then bring it back to my mom. My mom has been telling me this since I was about 4 years old. Don't put me in no nursing home.
As you shouldn't.
Whatever you do, don't put me in a nursing home. If you put me in a nursing home, when I pass, I'm going to hunt you for the rest of your life. So my mom will not be in a nursing home, so we will not have these issues whatsoever.
Mom was sending out idle threats. She was like, just know, I'm taking you out the will and I'm going to haunt you.
Yeah, so that I will never have to worry about. But let me just tell you this.
Speaking.
But let me just tell you this. Now, if my daddy now,
oh, that nigga's going into a home.
Now, but see, men are different. I think the fact that this nursing home, if it was all men senior citizens. Like I find it hard to believe that the women senior citizens are out here like, yeah, I want to see a good show. I want to see some.
You got to get like some Magic Mike looking dudes in there for the old lady. They just had like female strippers. So if you had like some buff Magic Mike dudes, them old ladies might be into this too.
So the point of me saying this is, if it's not all inclusive, then I'm not for it.
Okay, so you're for the all inclusive. You're for it. So hypothetically speaking, would you be upset if your mother was in a nursing home and you came in to visit your mom? You're like, oh, gonna go visit Mama Boogie. And you get there with like her favorite snacks and everything, and you see Brian Pumper just grinding up on your mom. What are you gonna do? And would you be mad?
You know, these nursing homes, like you said, are pretty freaky in itself. I read an article years ago that the most STDs have been coming from senior citizen homes because they just literally spreading it left and right to everybody.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Spreading it.
Yeah, they spreading it. No, they're definitely spreading it. But would I have an issue? Thank you. Would I have an issue? No, because it's not my business. But if my mom came to me and was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be here. Then I'm gonna complain. Like, I'm gonna say something.
Not your mom would have cried for help. They got strippers here. Get me out of here.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I told after my experience of working in a nursing home, I told my parents I would never put them, as I was like, it was just some of the stuff I saw, I was like, it was bad. So I was like, you really have to hate your family to put them in a nursing home.
For real.
Which is probably why a lot of white people put their family members in there when they're like 45. They ship them off for the quickness. Like, oh, you can't tie your shoes anymore. You're going to the fucking nursing home.
Did you just fall up? I'm gonna go.
You don't know where your keys are at? To the nursing home. You got Alzheimer's. So it's some shit like that. So if I saw this, I would be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna come back for visiting hours. Y'all are old. I'm gonna just let you do what you do. They old. They don't live their life. Let them have a good time. Let them have a good time. That's what I'm saying. Let them have a good time.
I wish them the best.
Stop tripping.
I wish them the best.
Stop tripping. Well, let's get to this final ad.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
I feel like this is becoming a trend. A plain pastor says he was called an asshole by a mother for refusing to move 20 rows back so her family could sit together. It says, per report, Singleton, who's from the United States, was traveling home from Greece on a 10-hour journey. He paid extra to be close to the front of the plane in order to, when landing, to be one of the first exiting. He said he had been approached by a family of 4 who asked if he could swap with them so both parents could sit with their children, but refused when he learned the seats were 20 rows back. He claims the mother caused a scene and called him an asshole for refusing. Boogie. Boogie,
Guess
boogie. How you
guess
feeling
I'll
about
be an
this one?
asshole. Guess I'll be an asshole. I don't like that. Like I think first of all, I feel weird about asking anybody if I can switch seats with anybody. I remember doing that. I remember asking someone cuz I was fortunate enough to get a first class seat ticket, and
Mhm.
I was trying to sit next to my partner, and he got a first class seat ticket too, but he got it later, so he's like right behind me. But that wasn't a big deal. Like it was just,
Right.
hey, first class seat guy, would you mind just sitting behind the next first
One seat
class seat
behind
guy
in first
so
class.
we can sit together? I'm sorry, 20 seats behind, 20 seats past.
Yeah. First class to
What?
first class is cool. We can do that, But first class to coach? Not even first class to business?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a problem.
I mean, not only that, but it's like you should have paid for your entire family to be in first class. How you paying for half of y'all to be up here and the other half to not be back there? You knew this was gonna happen. Like, so you
Agreed.
only paid for like the kids to be up here, but not yourselves or whatever. Why don't all y'all just sit in coach or business class? Like that makes no sense to me. I also don't like. I agree with you. I don't like it. I don't like how people have the nerve to walk to ask that. Like
Yeah.
people really just you got the audacity to be like, hey, I know I was late in booking my tickets for me and my family, so I wasn't able to get, a section with all of us. I see you were responsible and you got your seats for you and your family up here.
You're
But
an
do you
idiot.
mind just switching with me? And I won't do this again. Or you know what? Because I am a lazy bum, I'm gonna do this again and inconvenience someone else. Like it's just stupid.
Yeah. I will say this, when I was interestingly enough, when I was leaving DR, and I was on the airplane,
Someone tried you.
and yeah, no, somebody didn't try me, but there was a honeymoon couple that just got married, recently married couple, and the husband was like, "This is your seat right here. I'm all the way back there." And then he yelled out, "We
I
just
love you,
got
bro.
married." Right. He was like, "We just got married. We are coming back from our honeymoon. My wife is sitting here. I'm all the way back here. Thanks, American Airlines." And I was like, "Nigga, I
Nigga,
don't
who
care."
cares?
I put my headphones right back in, and a black woman
Well,
right, and a black woman decided to give up her seat so the wife and husband can sit together. And I was just like, "Oh, you a good one,
couldn't
because
be
it wouldn't
me.
be me." No.
Not at all. I mean, bro, your honeymoon is over. This is gonna be a good test of your marriage. Let's see if you can
Here we
make
go.
this
Welcome to the
3-hour
real
flight.
world, motherfucker. Like, peace out.
If you can't make it a 3-hour flight without sitting beside someone, like that's crazy to me. You're going to the same location, bro. I'll see you when we land.
There's been plenty of times that I was like, I was my partner was like, "You want to ask?" I was like, "No. Sit your ass right there, and I'ma sit right there." Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, are you serious? If we didn't have enough time to pick our seats to sit together, then we gonna take a moment and be apart for a while.
You can make it 2 hours. I have done. There have been like one flight where I've been like, "Should we?" It's like, no, we're not going to. It just so happened where you're in the front, I'm in the back. We're going to the same place. It doesn't matter. Like, hey, I see you. It is what. If anything, I'm like, this is cool. I'm gonna put my bag up here in the front. And then cool, I'll just wait for you to go. I'll just wait for everybody to pass us up. It is what it is.
When I flew
Like,
back, when I flew back from Paris, we weren't sitting together, and he was sitting in a better seat than I was, and he didn't even check on my ass, and I was just like, "I
see when we land. I just
right,
don't. If you're a parent, then it should be like, look, man. It should be like, look, okay, one of y'all just trade off. You got 2
that's
kids,
it."
each adult take one child, and you go sit someplace. And it's like it's cool. Like they not gonna know that mommy's not around or whatever. Just take the one that likes you the most or
Yeah,
whatever. Like
yep.
It's not difficult. But stop asking people who paid for they close seat or whatever to give up their flight or give up their seat. I'm not giving up my extra leg room so you can sit with little Johnny. I'm sorry. You should have just booked sooner. That's all I had to do.
I'm just ready for. I wish somebody would. Like, I'm ready for somebody to ask me that.
I be praying
Especially
for that to
when
happen to me too.
I really do want that to happen to me. Just so I can be like, no. I wouldn't even do a slow no. I'll be like, I'm good. I want to do that. I'm good. No thanks.
Straight. I hope I have a drink too, so I can sip my drink and just be like, no.
Like, I look forward to those moments.
Should have got here first.
I look forward to those moments. Like, I'm good. I paid for extra to be able to sit here. Thanks though. Thanks for asking.
Exactly. I'm gonna be that asshole. Diamond Club, you see it? Like, I earned this status. Hell no, I ain't giving up my seat.
I'm not doing that. Or I'm just not gonna say anything. I'd be like, I'm sorry, this is my seat. I'm sorry, what?
No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you what you do. You just gotta be like, you know what? Be like, yes, can you get them? They're bothering me. I paid for this seat. I actually paid to be here. I think they're in the back, 20 rows back. Get your ass to the back of the plane.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not doing that, and I don't think anybody should. Like, get over it.
I don't think you should be forced or conned into it. Like, because I have a kid. No, you shouldn't be conned into it. Normally, I'd be like, you're a kid, cool, but you can use your cuteness in the back of the plane. I hope they give you an extra bag of peanuts, but you're not getting my seat.
Especially when we have to pay for literally everything on these airplanes.
Like, no, I paid for this leg room.
Are you gonna pay for my ticket?
Exactly. Now I'll give it up if we can come up on some points or something. Do I get a refund off this seat? Do I get like 1,000 points? Like, it's got to be something beneficial to me.
I'm like, I'd be like, sure, I'll give it up if you can pay for this $150 upgrade.
Cash App 500 right now. How much is this seat worth for you, my guy? How much is it worth for your whole entire family to sit here because you waited like a bum? You didn't. I'm gonna make you feel bad too, because you waited like a bum. You weren't responsible. I'm like, you see this little Johnny? Your dad's not a responsible man. Don't be like your dad when you grow up. Be like the rest of us up here in the front of the plane who booked our seats on time. Be like us. You see my family? I'm sitting with my family because I'm responsible. I'm like your dad.
God. All right. You always gotta go to the extreme.
You're damn right, because they go to the stream on us. Because if it was the other way around, goddamn well they would be like, "Get to our back on our plane, niggers." You already know they would. They're not giving up a seat for you, Boogie. If it was you and you were like, "Oh, I just don't know how this happened. I took my family to Disney World. It would be really nice if I could sit with Junior here." They would be like, "You and Junior, get to the back of the bus." Before I call the police, we gonna call the air marshals on y'all. Get to the back of the plane.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Anyway, shout out to the No Sleep crew. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. Shout out to SoundCloud once again. I'm getting the alerts. We're both getting them. They keep getting new followers. Everybody else, stop being bums. Google, Apple, everybody else, stop being bums. Be responsible. Click the like, subscribe button, and the bell. Boogie, what you got for the peoples?
Exactly what you just said. Please smash that bell notification so you can get all of the alerts as soon as our content drops. Appreciate everybody for liking, just like what Nate said, commenting, reposting. I appreciate the comments. I've been getting a lot of messages saying that they are enjoying this podcast. Well, tell a friend to tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to it as well.
Exactly. I ain't got nothing else for y'all except for tune in next week. It's been another dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate. I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.